Margaret.
Oh, I want to go home.
And where do you figure that is?
Lafayette. That's where. That's home. My home. That's where my daddy lives, and that's where my sisters live, and that's where my mother lies flower-covered in her grave. That's home to me, Mrs Kennedy.
But that's not my home, Margaret.
It was, and it could be again, if you had one lick of common sense and a teaspoon of patience.
Now, I am my own man, and not some field hand for your daddy to patronize and pat on the head while he puts food in my mouth and clothes on my back.
Don't say no more. You're right, you're so very right. You are a rancher in the great territory of Arizona, and I'm your wife, and I'm here to stay.
Now, I would appreciate it if Mrs. Margaret Kennedy would get up on her own 2 feet and clean up this mess.
I'm sick of cleaning and cooking and washing and being lonesome every day. All day for 15 months. Oh. Why don't you hire me some help?
I hired me a man today. He's a friend of your Uncle Henry's who is waiting outside for you as of this very moment.
Oh, Marcia.
Margaret, you going to put on some clothes?
Uncle Henry! Uncle Henry! Uncle Henry! Henry!
Oh my, it's good to see you, Margie Lee.
If you just knew.
You lonesome?
Oh, as a coyote. Not a face, not a friendly look for months and months and months.
I don't think you're gonna like working here. It's not much like breaking horses. How'd you happen to meet up with Uncle Henry, cowboy?
Oh, well, somebody tried to rob him a couple of days back, see, so I run the fellow off, and he told me to ride along with him because maybe I could get a job here. And I could kind of use work.
Now, you listen to me, cowboy. I've hired men like you before. They're rolling stones, they're no help, they're often gone, and usually taking something valuable with them. So, when Henry leaves, you leave.
I'll leave now.
Of course, he's staying. Any friend of Uncle Henry's is a special friend of ours. Isn't that right, Marsh?
Well, now, I was just explaining to Mr. Blasingame that opportunities on the Kennedy estate are kind of skinny.
Hand me those saddlebags, will you, Marsh? I'll pay Dave's wages.
Oh,
I can afford to. Double eagles.
Yeah?
Why, Uncle Henry, you've made your fortune.
Just a small one, Hattie, just a small one.
Just a small one.
Uncle Henry, you better chase your gold or Marsh will get away with it.
Now, you quit your judge.
I'm Margaret Lee Kennedy.
I'm Dave Blasingame, Miss Kennedy.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
Well, I might as well show you where you sleep.
I like that. He's real strong on sleeping soft.
My kind of dog. You don't have to leave with Uncle Henry. You could think about staying.
Margaret! Oh, that's good whiskey.
Let me get you some more, Uncle Henry.
Sorry about things not going well for you and Margie Lee. She wasn't brought up to hardship, Marsh.
I know that.
Can I help you?
Well, I guess you could, Uncle Henry.
Money? Well, I'd give you $100 now, maybe as much later on.
I'd be grateful.
I brought you some lunch.
Thank you.
I want you to stay.
With somebody to talk to?
Oh, I'm preparing to go. Preparing to fly far away.
Where to?
Anywhere, Mr. Dave.
Well, what do you want from me, Miss Kennedy? That all?
Well, you say. I'll listen, I'll obey. Margie Lee Carson Kennedy, all duty and devotion. You listen now. Whatever you see here is gone. It's over, done, finished. I don't care a lick about it.
What do you care about?
Fragrance. Soft rain. Love. Pretty things. Laughing. And a fine big no-count dog.
Margaret!
You think about me, curly-headed Dave. You turn me over in your mind. You dwell on me and decide what you're going to do with Margie Lee.
Margaret!
What I ought to do is ride.
Well, the boy didn't salute. And the general called him to a halt, and the general pointed to his braid, and he said, "Soldier, don't you see the uniform?" And the boy looked at him for a moment. Yeah, he allowed that he sees it. And the general roars back, "Well, what do you intend to do about it?" And the soldier said, "Hell, bud, ain't nothing I can do. Look what they gave me." Well, I contributed my bit to this evening's entertainment. Marsh, why don't you and Margie Lee entertain us with a little song?
Come on. All right, Henry.
Go ahead, Margie Lee.
What'll it be?
Rich old lady?
Rich old lady.
There was an old woman in our town did dwell. She loved her husband dearly, but another man twice as well. She went to the doctor's shop as hard as she could go to see if there was anything she could find to turn her old man blind. She got to walloping my bones and made him eat them all. He says, "Oh, my beloved wife, I can't see you at all. Sing tooty-dum, whack for all the day."
Oh, that's very good, Margie Lee, very good.
Well, now, why don't you do that mind-reading act of yours, Mr. Hadley? I never have seen one.
I was just waiting to be asked.
Mind reading?
I learned it from a Frenchman in Virginia City. It's mostly tricks, but I'm pretty good. I even did an act on the stage in San Francisco.
Oh, Uncle Henry, you mean you really can?
Don't you worry, my dear. I only can when you want me to. Just a minute now, Marguerite. I want you to take this Bible, and I want you to open it up and put your finger on any verse. Now, hold your finger there, and you read it to yourself, and you think hard now about what you're reading. That's the book of Judges, 4th chapter, 17th verse. But Sisera, fleeing, then came to the tent of Yehel.
Oh, my.
Uncle Henry, let me try that once, will you? Only this time, you turn all the way around.
Turn all the way around? All right.
All right? Anytime you're ready.
That's the book of Matthew. Then Judas, who betrayed his friend, brought back the 30 pieces of silver, saying, I have sinned in betraying innocent blood.
But the priest said unto Judas, but what is that to us? Look thou to it. And casting down the pieces of silver in the temple, he departed and went and hanged himself.
It's the first time I ever guessed anything without using that Frenchman's trick. Seems like it just came to my head.
Well, now, we all know that it was a trick, Henry. Now, we all know that.
No.
Well, let's forget the whole thing.
Well, I certainly did enjoy that dinner, Miss Kennedy.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Hasn't been easy, has it, Marsh?
Easy? No, it hadn't been easy. Uncle Henry, how'd you make all that money?
I got a stake selling shoes. I put it into mine options, and one of them paid off. Why don't you come back home with me? Both of you.
Back home to what? So I can clerk in some store? So I can hold out my hand waiting for some penny squeezer's puny wages? So I can patiently wait on your charities? No, thank you, Uncle Henry.
I'm sorry, Marsh.
I don't want your pity or your small charity. I want a loan, a decent one. Henry, I want you to invest in this place, in me. It'll pay off. I'll make it pay off.
And for security, I'll get 460 acres of sand.
Of sand?
No, Marsh. No, Marsh, I want to rest. And I want to live reasonably well and not worry. And that takes money. All the money that I have.
And build you a fine white house and raise you some thoroughbred horses. I come out here and I worked myself crazy for over a year, and I got nothing to show for it but dried sweat. And a silly old man picks a lucky number, and inside of 3 months, he is rich. And then he comes riding through here like God on a sorrel mare, scattering a few coins in front of me and feeling righteous in his largesse.
Young man, if you don't want those few coins, I do.
I spoke without thinking, Henry.
Give me back that money.
But I'm asking you for help for Margaret as well as myself.
Give me back that money.
Why, you mean it, don't you? Right, Henry.
Oh,
was afraid I'd find you gone. Wasn't that foolish? What's the matter?
I guess the matter is that ring on your finger, Miss Kennedy.
It's passing strange how this particular ring should loom so tall.
Makes things kind of uneven, don't it?
We're even now.
We ain't.
It's for me to say, curly-headed Dave. And I say we're even. You and I. Here and now.
Margaret.
Oh, come on, dog.
Margaret! Margaret!
I've grown real attached to you, big dog. You think we ought to leave, huh? Maybe you're right. I think you're right, Brown.
Margaret.
Oh, Marsh, pity is what I have for us. Sad, tired pity. I'm just weary to death of me and this place. And you.
And I am not only weary, I'm sick. I'm sick of your whining. I'm sick of you feeling sorry for yourself. And I am sick of the way you keep looking at that saddle tramp.
Well, it's too late, Marsh. I've flown away. I've already gone, and I can't come back. Honey, you can pound me to warm jelly, and it won't make us live together people. Nothing will. You see, Marsh, I'm turning into leather here with you. I'm drying up and dying on you just like everything else.
Listen. We go live someplace else, huh? Everything will be better then.
It's too late, Marsh. I've already gone. Leave me be, honey. There's nothing left to share. Leave me be.
I tell you, we're going to get out of this. We're moving on. We're going to be 10 miles gone by sunup. No goodbyes. Go to sleep, dog.
You take care of her. Yeah, here.
Dave, Uncle Henry's been...
He came at me with that pitchfork. Go.
Oh, there was a time when he rode proud and sure into my yard. And standing easy would pass the time of day.
He said he wanted me to take care of you.
Well, you will. We'll hightail it out of here for a green coast. Well, we can sit easy in the salt air. We'll forget the bad times.
I'm going for the law.
Are you gonna leave me here? You won't come back for me?
No.
And I can't ride with you? What happened, Mr. Blassingame?
You had something else. Somebody all built up in your mind before I ever got here. It's something I ain't, I never was, and I can't be.
You think I'm acting improper? You think I should be crying myself dry and draping myself black, don't you? Suddenly I'm a widow and I'm supposed to be doing the things that aren't right, not true for me?
Don't think anything of the kind.
Well, you think about this girl here, Dave.
Hey, listen. That's your man in there. I don't know what else he was, but he cared about you. And you got more coming to him than you stepping over him to get to my horse. Now, I'll take you into town if you want. The sheriff will look after you.
No, thank you. I'll stay here, where I belong. I'll wait for the sheriff with my people.
So long, Marguerite.
So long, Dave.
This has been a 4-star production.